Capp's Little Abner joins the Navy. Why are we going so fast, Mammy? We're going to pay a social call on that varmint Al Capp, namely to find out why he's acting so peculiar. The Yokums and Daisy May arrive at Al Capp's studio and receive a hearty welcome. Keep out. I'm busy. Oh, but Mr. Capp, sir, it's us, the Yokums, your own flesh and blood. I seen two fellows go in, one of them looking like drawing board McEasel. Now we won't be interrupted. What can I do for you, Jack? Al, I knew you were interested in real drawing talent, so I want you to meet a friend of mine, Drawing Board McEasel. He's not much to look at, Al, but he wants to be an artist in the worst way, and I figure working for you is the worst way to be an artist. He's gonna consider hiring McEasel to draw us, Pappy. McEasel can't even draw fleas, let alone handsome human beings like us. Handsome, heroic, and clean living. An ideal Dogpatch character. I hate to see him out of work. Can you use him, Al? I'll work cheap, and I don't mind long hours. That varmint is after my job. Tell me something about yourself. Have you had an education? I was first Dogpatcher to graduate from kindergarten before my 15th birthday. Are you accustomed to moving in the best of society? Oh, yes. I do know a few cartoonists, of course, but most of my friends are nice people. And now, about your personal habits. I'll vouch for him, Al. I've lived with him. Shaves twice a day. Constantly showering, always perfectly groomed. Never mind, I've heard enough. Sorry, McEasel, I can't use you. You're definitely not the type Little Abner readers are accustomed to. If you were ignorant, unsanitary, and uncouth, I might have a spot for you. Sorry. And I figured no self-respecting artist could have lower ambition than to work for Al Capp, but even he won't hire me. Yak. So you couldn't make the grade. Our standards is too low for yo. Stop a-taunting the poor soul, Pappy. It ain't his fault he ain't ignorant. He just ain't had the disadvantages I has had. Months have passed. Here come young Hetty McScong making his weekly delivery of the Daily Mail. I hope there's a letter from poor, untalented Drawing Board McEasel. It is from Drawing Board. Then he didn't commit suicide like he threatened he was going to do. Can't be sure, Mamie. It may be that what you're holding is the poor critter's last will and testament. If it is his last will and testament, then we is no better than murderers. No, better, son. Ain't no sense spoiling your appetite reading about poor McEasel, so we have a little snack first. Just thinking about the poor critter have ruined my appetite. It's from poor Drawing Board, and it's chock full of drawings, too. Dear Little Abner, I suppose you're wondering what happened to me when Al Capp refused to give me a job as his assistant, merely because I wasn't as ignorant as he was. How could I be? When I got back to Dogpatch, Sadie Hawkins' day was just about to begin, so I'm going to draw you pictures of just what happened to me since. I was drawing that morning. That sounded like a shout. I wonder. It's Sadie Hawkins' day. That must have been the starting gun. She'll be on my trail in a minute. If I want to stay happy and single, I'd better... There you'll be, Drawing Board McEasel. Tally-ho! Lion a turnip, I'm a gone goose. This yo will be mine, drawing board. I can hear the wedding bells ringing. Wedding bells? A fate worse than death. Why does yo run from me, drawing board? Is I so repulsive to yo? All women are repulsive when it comes to marrying up with them. I'll try to grow less repulsive to you as the years go by. Oof. Got a big enough head start. Ought to be safe here. While you be, drawing board, I just longs to crush you in my poor empty arms. Come out, wherever y'all is. I guess the coast is clear now. Wonder what that is. There should be lots of strong-backed, intelligent young men hereabouts, eager to serve their country in her first line of defense. I, J. Farragut Snatchboot, will sign him up. They must have heard I was coming. They're flocking to enlist. Gather round me, gentlemen, while I tell you about the wonderful opportunities that await you in the United States Navy. If you can meet her high standards... Let's go, man! Layers are gaining on us! Adventure beckons from the four corners of the globe. You will be well paid while you learn a trade. You'll have a secure, interesting job, and above all, you'll be proud to serve in the finest navy afloat, always ready, a warning to any aggressive nation to keep the peace. I've escaped Needle-Nose Nell for 60 years. Oh, I'm slowing down. She'll catch me. Oh, this time for sure. There they goes. While the United States Navy is strong, no nation will dare attack us. Join the Navy. John Paul Jones. Halsey. Anchors away. Don't give up the ship. Poor fellow. He just knocked himself out with that recruiting speech. Sure picked the wrong day for it, too. With all the men fleeing the, horrible fate of matrimony, they wouldn't have stopped to listen if he was recruiting admirals. Adventure beckons from the four corners of the globe. Join Hey, what happened? You just tuckered yourself clean out with your speech-making, mister. And on Sadie Hawkins' day, too, you didn't have a chance. Oh, not again. That always happens when I start talking about the Navy. I haven't signed up a recruit since December 7th, 1941. The boys at the Pentagon said this was my last chance. Hope! Run for your lives. The Screwballs is on the loose again. With all the able-bodied men gone, boys, we don't have to fight for what we want. Just steal it. That's why we comes to Dogpatch on Sadie Hawkins' day. The Screwball brothers, the most notorious criminals in these parts. What are we waiting for? I hereby deputize you, Seaman First Class Temporary. Just call me Task Force Dogpatch. The Navy always carries the fight to the enemy. We prefer to fight in his backyard, not ours. Lay into him, son. Remember Pearl Harbor. Never knew a gal by that name, sir. Knew a gal hairdresser named Pearl Barber once, though. Task Force Dogpatch, your mission is completed. My boy, have you ever considered a career in the United States Navy? Assuming you can meet her high standards, of course. Adventure beckons from the four corners of the globe. You'll be well paid while... Boom. I'm a dead dog. Good as married. You'll learn a trade. You'll have a secure, interesting job. There you'll be drawing boy Mickey Sue. I'll have won yo fair and square by the rules of Sadie Hawkins' day. And above all, you'll be proud to serve in the... Please, sir, can I join the Navy right away? Finest Navy afloat. Can you what? Of course. Then let's go! Oh, Mayor's Tim. I will almost miss his Dornborg McGeezo. I'll have to join the waves before next Sadie Hawkins Day. The United States Navy sure packs a wallop. Oh. Ow. Must be a torpedo bash, my jaw. Now's our chance. You fine, upstanding young men would like to get even with the U.S. Navy, wouldn't you? We sure would, mister. Well, I can help you. I'm Sven Garlic from Lower Slobovia, and this is my assistant, Matty Harry. You sure? Lives up to your name, Mr. Garlic. We's all screwballs, so naturally we'll do anything yo says, ma'am. What does we do first to get even with the United States Navy? First, we have to hatch a plot. Now listen carefully. Meanwhile, son, I want you to meet two of your new shipmates. This is Salty McAnker. My boy, I've been in the Navy so long I've got salt water on both knees. I passed more lighthouses than most people have telegraph poles. And this is your company mascot. A schmoo? He must know my friend Little Abner. Well, Little Abner, I sure was surprised to find a schmoo in the Navy. And here's some other things I didn't know about it. Man, the food. All you can eat, and the best of everything. Pork chops, flapjacks, sweet potato pie, everything. And you really enjoy eating after that bodybuilding boot training. A few weeks in the Navy makes a big difference. Between the food and the training, they sure build men. After boot training, a man can start learning any of the dozens of different interesting trades. If he went to school for this, it would cost him plenty, but... Radio operators, radar operators, airplane mechanics, blinker signalers. But in the Navy, they teach him and pay him a good salary besides. The more he learns, the quicker he advances and earns more money. Of course, I don't pay any attention to him, but you should see how the girls go for a man in Navy uniform. Salty claims he not only has a gal in every port, he has one in every Davenport. There's time out for sports of every kind, and everybody can play if he wants to. Our first cruise was to Hawaii. Boy, the scenery there is beautiful. When we got back, well, son, where are you going to spend your leave? I'm taking our mascot back to Dogpatch to see L'L Abner. Now you go on over there and sign up. Then you can get even with the Navy by boring from within, see? Us three clean-cut young Americans wants to join up with the Navy. Say, I've seen you three bums before. You're the Screwball brothers. Get out of here. The Navy won't take anyone who's got a police record, which you have, or who can't get a good character reference, which you can't. Now scram! Well, if we can't board from within, we'll just have to steal the plans. What plans is that, Mr. Garlic? Someone in the Navy is bound to be laying plans soon. These are the best laid plans I've ever seen. They're for a new battle schmoozer. This ship will fly, float, dive, or roll over any kind of terrain. It's powered by schmootonic energy, never needs to be refueled, and travels so fast it gets back before it takes off. If it goes in a circle, it might ram its own rear end. These plans are top secret stuff. What do we do with them? We'll take them straight to the Pentagon first thing tomorrow. Meanwhile, they'll be safe here. Hey, he's gone. No telling which way he went. We'll have to split up and start searching. Meanwhile, here's a real soft little nest. You go ahead and lay us some nice, fresh, new plans, like a good fellow. We've been treating you nice so far, but there's other ways to get those plans out of you. Won't do no good to torture a smooth. Those creatures can't feel no pain at all. Just when I was set to have some fun, I haven't tortured a man for weeks. Well, there's only one thing left, the old reliable method. Too bad. I wanted to do this job the hard way for a change. You know what to do, Matty Harry. McAnker should be easy. He thinks he's a big man with the ladies. Don't all sailors? Yoo-hoo! Shmoo! Looking for someone tall, dark, and bow-legged? Say, haven't I seen that shape before? Wasn't it in Singapore? Or Moselle? Or Vladivostok? Could be strong and handsome. I've been around. That Navy uniform, it just does things to me. It's been doing all right by me for 30 years now. How about us two slipping away to some quiet spot and splitting the double rich chocolate malted? Hey, McGeesel, look at this. Say, how about a little kiss? Hey, what's going on? The plans, they're gone. Matty Harry never fails. Sex appeal conquers all. These plans are for a battle schmoozer, all right. The government of claustrophobia will pay plenty for these. Now that we don't need that little schmoo anymore. Hey, he's gone. There he goes. After him. It's those three bums again. The Screwball brothers. And that's the gal who swiped our plans. Take care of these three men. I've got some business of my own. Seems like we've done this once before, eh, McGeesel? Right, and it's always a pleasure. Come on, sister. We got a double rich chocolate malted to finish. You might as well come along too, mister. It's a beautiful sight to behold when the Navy swings into action. The plans are safe. Let's head for the Pentagon right now and take these characters with us. Well, Lil Abner, that's how we saved the plans for the Battle Schmoozer and captured some international spies. The Screwball brothers won't be bothering folks in Dogpatch or any place else anymore. And these two are on the way back to claustrophobia for good. At the Pentagon, They pinned medals on all of us and told us we were a credit to the United States Navy. I'm coming back to Dogpatch on leave soon. Meanwhile, here's a few things I want you to think about. More than half the world is covered with water. The United States has an ocean on each side, so we always need a strong Navy. Always ready. The Navy is our best insurance to discourage any country from picking a fight with us. And if war does come, a strong Navy keeps destruction from our shores by carrying the battle to the enemy in his backyard. To every young man who can meet her high standards, the U.S. Navy offers an honorable and richly rewarding career. Starting at the very bottom, a man with ambition can rise through the ranks straight to the top. The Navy is no closed corporation. It's still true, too, that you can join the Navy and see the world. And there are lots of interesting places to see. Finally, when his time comes to retire after serving his country well, the Navy man receives retirement pay for the rest of his life. And he's a skilled and useful citizen who can usually step into a good job if he desires. So it does make sense for a fellow to consider joining. Hey, Lil Abner! Well, Lil Abner, what do you say? What do I say? I'm joining up with the U.S. Navy right now. How about you all? Join the United States Navy. I'm in the Navy now.